Yo, back from half for QTRS Podcast.
QTRS Pod, back from half.
All right, so as we were talking about these free agents, restricted ones to be in particular, let's talk about a couple where you like to see them go if you could pick a team for them. All right, so
Okay.
money, we'll say money isn't really an issue at this point to a degree. It has to make somewhat sense.
Yeah.
You can't just throw somebody on a team that's already loaded, but
Yeah.
So we'll start off with Josh Giddey. Where would you like to see Giddey go? Giddey had a really good year last year in Chicago.
And we're just, let's assume like these teams, their current team can't keep them.
Right.
They just like they don't want to pay them. They lose them out. I'm gonna actually shuffle around a little bit because I know another guy is on this team that is on our list that we're gonna talk about, and we'll get to him. But I'm gonna put Josh Giddey on Brooklyn.
Okay.
Reason being, they took a lot of young international guards.
Mm-hmm.
I give them a guy. They got money to spend. I think they're one of the only teams that could really like just spend.
Yeah.
So you got these young international guards. Who better to learn from like the guy that kind of built himself up in the league to this point, Josh Giddey. Not super athletic. Had a funky jump shot coming in. Now hits a decent clip. So they kind of like sit behind him, learn bigger guard. They could kind of like him. I think that market. He'll probably like that market.
It's not a bad playout.
Yeah, and they got a bunch of. I mean, they took like 5.
Yeah, they did like 5 first-round picks or something, right?
Yeah, like 3 of them are like international guards. You got Yegor from BYU, and
he's nice.
I like
his game. I liked him at BYU a lot.
At BYU, you did.
He was tough. I thought he was gonna stay with AJ. If he stays with AJ, they gonna really be a problem. He's like 6'8".
Cool. Yeah.
Isn't he? Like 6'6".
A little shorter. Yeah,
okay.
6'6".
He's a big guard.
Sure, yeah, but again, that's why I said I want to put Josh Giddey there. Look, here's your vet.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Nolan Traore is over there, a little French. He had a brother that played for the Lakers South Bay last year. They got these international guards, so I'll put Josh Giddey there. Hey, here's your money. Mentor our kids.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Detroit. I'm gonna go to Detroit just to get Kate off the ball every now and then. Just every now and then.
Would you do backup?
I would.
You tell Giddey?
Probably. That's tough because he might make too much money to be off the bench.
Right.
So he might have to start.
Right.
But I don't mind that because then I can take him out early and have Cade run the one if it's not looking great. You know what I mean? Like Giddey can't play off the ball. He don't have to have the ball in his hand. He can't play off the ball. Yeah, he's a good cutter. He's a solid 3-point shooter, like you said, bigger than you think.
Yeah.
I just think it's nice to just have like when Cade's getting bogged down a little bit or getting a little tired from bringing the ball up, getting pressed full court, just give it to Giddey, go get your ass on the block, get you to your spot, and we can just play offense off that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll give you another good team, Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
With Ant, I like that one. I like that one maybe a little bit better because Ant is sometimes 2 on the ball because Cade's a 2-point guard. He can pass that rock.
Giddey would definitely probably start. If they could fit him in there, he would probably start over Conley.
I would say so. Just younger. Conley can be a vet off the bench. You lost Alexander Walker anyways, so you can use someone like Giddey who can give you some scoring. And he's a true PG. Like he'll set Ant up. Like one thing I've been saying, Ant needs more easy buckets. And I think Giddey can get him a couple of those, couple layups a game, couple backdoors, couple lobs. Ant's too athletic not to be catching no lobs. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna go Minnesota over Detroit. Probably I'm gonna go Minnesota over Detroit.
I like that. I do actually really like that.
Just I just think they need a true PG over there who's like a younger PG. Mike Conley's been great, but he's just older.
Even with Alexander Walker, even when they had him, and they don't play Dillingham, they don't have a lot of initiators.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And Dillingham is just, I think one reason Dillingham didn't play a lot, he's just so small.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to defense, he's going to be a liability just defensively because he's so small.
Goes back to the Spurs last year with Ryan. He said, they like Dillingham, they like Castle more because of just
the size. Yeah. Like it kind of go back to what Katie said on that podcast with Brian, how like the under 6 foot guards it's going to be hard to be a premium in the league unless you're like a offensive savant like a Kyrie or a Trae Young or a Chris Paul or just sensational what they do offensively. It's like to be the TJ McConnells, like the Davion Mitchells. Those are going to be harder to find because you have to like it's so hard to keep them on the floor. You know what I mean? And I think those guys work because they're off the bench. They're backup PGs. It's going to be hard to find a starting guard like that who's shorter. Like even Darius Garland, as good as he is, defensively, they're going at him every time.
Yeah.
Every single time because he's just smaller than everybody. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it works.
And like you said too, like the offensive savant. Whereas like a guy like Trae Young had that same issue, but Trae getting you 25 and 11. So
exactly.
It's like, So
his offense is he's so good offensively that like, and he passed the ball so well that you're gonna counter. Look, we had to have him on the floor. He runs our offense. Like you have to have him on the floor.
Okay, Trae Young gave up 16, 18 points, but he accounted for 40. So
exactly. Counted for 52 points team. We'll be okay with that. Like we can live with that. I mean, that's how I feel like with Luka sometimes. He's not a great defender, but he's so good offensively. You got to keep him on the court. But also he's 6'7", 6'8". He could play harder. He could try more. You know what I mean?
He could try more. And one thing, and I've seen this a little bit with the Lakers, he can end up on some of those wings and forwards and hold his own.
No, he's not a bad defender. He doesn't put his effort fully into it though. You can tell. Like he's like James Harden for a while was the same way. James Harden didn't try on defense, but you look at James Harden now, he's just in the right spot and swipes down the ball at the right time. That's all you got to be. Be in the right spot at the right time, and you'll get steals. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing too, man. Like it's hard. It's tiring to be like the guy on your offense, and you're asking me to play, all NBA. Yeah, so that's
why them two-way guys are special, man. That's why the Kawhis and the Kobes who are all defensive teams and all NBAs is special. Like you don't find that very often. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to do both because you have to be in extreme shape. You know what I mean? And even that, especially now, how fast the game is and so many more possessions, it's way harder than it used to be. So
and the space.
And the space. There's so much space, bro. And like you can't touch anybody. It's way harder to be a good defender nowadays than it was back in the day because at least you could be physical a little bit back then. The paint was packed a little bit. You had help. There ain't no help in that paint no more because that big man's on the 3-point line. You know what I mean? So it's
the amount of if those guys from back in the day could see the amount of 5-out lineups, their head would spin. Like literally, like their head would spin like while they're guarding it. Like
100%.
Like back some of those lineups back in the day, you would have maybe one shooter, like one like elite, like okay.
Yeah.
And that's probably your two guard. That's probably your two guard next to
your 3 guard is gonna be like the defending guy. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting.